So now that Vanguard is in a lull period of sort, if you can call it that, lyrical, we now have the time to tell you about the time deck. But this deck doesn't actually go the time. In fact, it will take us a very short period of time to go through why the crit sacking deck is actually one of the fastest decks you can play in a secret minutes of 20, you know? So yeah, we hope you enjoy your time here, and don't forget to tell your brother you love him. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Season 4 here. Today we are back to talk about Fated One of Sacred Time, Liael Draconis. Yeah, so we're doing this. Oh, okay, that's a lie. You are doing this because I don't really want to talk about this deck, but apparently this deck is really good now. So today we have Fated 4th.
I don't think Rifistar can save this deck.
Well, it's alright, he's not here. But today we are talking about this deck because, you know, a lot of people don't talk about this deck that much. And also because this deck used to be really bad. And I know what you're thinking, Ahmed, what do you mean? Well, because this used to be the deck. And this wasn't too good, yeah. So, yeah, first and foremost, why are we talking about this deck? Well, we are talking about this deck because Liael Draconis overall is much better off Vanguard. First of all, he has a triple drive, so haha, Chrono Jet shenanigans. You also get quite a fair bit of decent support recently, like in set 7, right? You guys got Regadale,
yeah, really,
which is a free searcher for your whole names, which your names are only 2 guys. Yes. And then not to mention later on, you guys also got your very own copy of Lawrence Glenn. Which, you know,
Salivan, yeah.
Which, for those of you who know Lawrence Glenn, it's not bad. You guys also got a really strong card. This card used to be in Rezael, but this is the wedding gift. You got the custody of this guy, so congrats. And last but finally not least, you guys also got like half a Balsagra card. So like, you know, we are really grateful we got half a Balsagra card right here. And therefore we've decided to talk about this deck because despite the fact that Keter decks look more and more the same, it kind of looks like some incestual family, no pun intended. It's actually not too bad. Like, there is enough reasons to play this deck. Like, this deck does have the highest number of PGs in the entire game, which is nice if you are sick of prison. Are you sick of prison? I'm sick of prison. And not only that though, but you also get to keep the award-winning win condition known as the Nebula Knights order, which is nice. So yeah, that being said though, we're going to talk about it. We didn't do an Armota deck profile because, like I said, the deck used to be really bad. But I think right now we have enough grounds with Draconis to spend the time to do it. So yeah, let's start. So I'm gonna do the right deck for grade 0, 1, 2 because I actually know these 3. So for grade 0, we play Crimson Line Cup Criff. So for those of you who like the plan as a video, congrats. Thank you for staying on. We are playing Crimson Line Cup Criff because the idea is when you flip Criff, right, your opponent will feel pity for you and will play suboptimally, but that doesn't always happen. Our grade 1 is Adolphis. So she is one of the characters from the hit manga series It's Not Bar, It's Var. And she turned down my boy, I can't say my boy, he's a sex pest. He turned down Imigra, so yeah, I mean, yeah. But anyways, what she does is, when rolled upon by grade 2, Elegenia, she's hot. You soul blast 1, you draw 2, choose a card from your hand, and
you have to discard normal unit. So she's basically delayed Rancor Chain.
She's Rancor Chain.
Yeah, she delayed Rancor Chain.
Do you guys remember Zorga? Holy crap, this is a callback series, man. What a great time we're having. Then the grade 2, this is
Elegenia.
Elegenia is
so it's when she's written on top of
by a grade 3
with Liael's name. You choose 3 normal unit you choose any number of normal unit from your drop zone that includes Sentinel, can be any card, just it has to be normal unit, and put it back to the bottom of the deck. If you put 3 or more, draw 1.
Yep. I feel like this is who is the last guy we had that put cards to the bottom of the deck to draw? I feel like we had one, right? What is his name?
The only guy I can think of is Chrono Dragon Gear Next.
Yeah, okay, it's Gear Next. So we have Gear Next, Platinum and Zorga in the same right line. How can we end this? Draconic Overlord. Here is Liael Draconis. Now, if you're wondering, Amis, why is she called Draconis? Well, she has
fused with
she's got that dragon inside her, you know. She's got that dog, you know. So yeah, that's Draconis. For those of you who don't know as well, I should just take the time to say it. This is getting a Master Deckset in January 2026 for Japan.
Yeah.
So buy your Draconis and everything else is reprinted.
I think you just buy the DZBT10 10 and 11 star, everything else is reprinted.
Yeah, so honestly, considering Draconis is only 420 yen on Card Rush at the time of filming, you're welcome. You can just buy this deck for less than $50.
Yeah.
Because they reprinted English into a 10-cent common, so when Get Willis becomes a 10-cent common, give me a comment and tell me Riffy Store send you. I'll be ready.
From $700 to
From $700 to $2.
$65.
6'7", that's the meme, right? 6'7". Thank you, Soft Park. Okay, you can tell us what it does.
Okay, so Liael Draconis is basically a upgraded version of the original Liael Armota, and in the fact that she has more toolboxing, she has less awkwardness in terms of the things that you can call, and she also gets an extra dry check. But the only issue is that she herself doesn't have the PG effect. So we'll go over Armota later, but basically Draconis' skill is that you Energy Blast 4, so that basically locks out almost all energy cards that Cactus Sanctuary has. Which is not bad, because
which is a good thing, by the way.
Because that means you have to spend less money on generics, I guess. It's not the worst thing. So you Energy Blast 4, so once per turn you Energy Blast 4 and discard one card from your hand to choose either a rear guard or a card in your drop zone and bind it, and then this unit gains Drive +1 for till the end of turn.
Alright.
So Drive +1 is already really good for Cactus Sanctuary that, this is the flavour of the year at this point, that everyone's getting triple drive.
I didn't get triple drive for Platinum as well.
You got crit.
He's useless!
You got Platinum base.
He's at 4 more damage, man! Who's dealing me 4 damage?
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, having the thing more so than the extra dry check, being able to bind a card early turns on almost every single card in your deck that used to say that you need to have 2 or more cards in your bind zone, you need to have another card the same name in your bind zone. All these like very odd cards that Liael Armota only used to be able to do after it attacks. Now you can just do it. Now you get the power in the main phase, which is really very good. And the second effect is just cherry on top. It's just that when you attacks, you counter blast 1 and you choose one of your red guards and bind it, and then you search your deck for a card with the same name as any card in your bind zone and call it to your circle.
So it's not as last time with Liael Armota where you could only clone the guy who you bind. Right?
Yes.
So last time you had to force yourself to put the Get Willis and then get another Get Willis. You don't have to. Now you can just do DNA surgery on whoever you want. Is that a girl? No, you're a guy now. It's so easy that you can just flip anyone into anything as long as you set it up. In the drop zone, by the way, because of the first skill. So realistically, the deck lost like 90% of its restriction.
I mean, it's still...
It was too many restrictions.
It's more so that the deck, it just lost the battlefield. It just lost the awkwardness of playing the deck. But like the deck building is still the same, because it's the same philosophy that you want to make sure that you still have copies of cards that you've already seen in your bind zone.
True.
To be able to call them back. Because if you only play like 2 offs and 1 offs, and you bind one, then you can't really call the other one because either it's already in your hand or it's in your damage. Then it's kind of
Do you know who else 2 boxes bind zone cards this year? Glowing Dragon! Let me know if you want to see a Glowing Dragon deck profile. I'm not doing it.
Then so she actually gets a new divine skill because they had to because
the old one was too bad.
No, because of the way that the old one was worded is that she gets -1 drive. But the problem is that your Liael Draconis is triple drive, so that means that if she had kept the old divine skill, it would have
2 drives again after that.
Triple drive into twin drive. We can't have that anymore.
Yep.
So we have to turn everything into single drive. Minova. So that's why how her new divine skill is that at the end of battle she attacks if your opponent is grade 3 or greater. You choose from your drop a card with Liael in his name. So it can be either Liael Armota or Liael Draconis, and you ride it, and then it gets drive -1. Its drive is set to 1.
Yeah. Ideally, you go for another Draconis, right? So that you can get the stronger bind skill.
Yes.
But if you don't, you can just hop back to the original. I mean, that's. I mean, it's not.
I mean, you guys did buy the DSR, right?
Yeah. Not everyone has that much money.
Yeah. So overall, Liael Draconis is like the best thing that happened to this deck, honestly. But it still doesn't make the deck like it just makes the deck functional and not like you're like tripping over yourself just to play the deck properly. So at least now it's like really a solid Cactus Sanctuary deck. It doesn't mean much because 20 of these 34 cards is the exact same that you see in another deck.
You've burped!
Okay,
but more realistically, that is the main reason why we're doing Draconis now, right? Because it's actually playable. Like, it's much better than Armota, who used to be nigh unplayable brick. So like, I am happy for Liael players. I don't support Liael players, but I'm happy for them. Alright, moving on to grade 3s, Our grade 3s, we obviously need to play 4 Draconis. From everything we've just mentioned, I mean, this is pretty much essentially common sense at this point. If you manage to figure out what the card does. We play 3 copies of that dog insider. Let's get radius.
Yes.
We play 3 copies of our original form,
Yes.
which you don't really need to care about. It's just a 3 more PG, because you do set up the bind a bit faster, so that is nice. The attack skill is not too good, so try not to ride her if you can. We play 1 Fiery Gallus. We can just ditch extra cards for fun now, right? So you might just flip this.
Because now that this deck has become a very discard heavy deck, you should try to play as much discard synergy. So you either play Twin Cast or you play Fiery Gallus.
And of course, because it's more discard synergies, you might as well play the ultimate discard card, which is the Nebula Knights.
Correct.
By discarding this card and putting it in your drop zone, you can play it from the drop zone. Removing it from game, look at the top 7 cards from among them.
It's not, very importantly, it's bind it.
Oh, what?
It's bound, it's get bound.
Holy crap. Okay, yeah, you need to buy this now. Okay, you
Yes.
bind it, top 7. Then you choose 1 card from among them, same grade or less as your Vanguard, and call it.
So it's triple synergy with this
triple
deck.
synergy.
Number one is a Spiral Call, which this deck desperately needs because it's free Spiral Call. Number 2 is that it can be played from drop, which means that you can discard it for Draconis' effect, and then you can just play it immediately after. Number 3 is bound, which means that you can send it back with your Liael.
Right. Okay, so we did talk about this order before. So it was you, right? Mr. Fade the 4th that did the Nebula Knights video. So I'll link in the description below so you know how silly this card is like 5 months later. So yeah, that's fun. So yeah, you need to actually buy this card. It's really, really good. I mean, if you don't have it in English, because I know someone will ask me that, it's not like a mandatory must play, but it is great to have. So yeah, just pick it up if you can. If you can't, no worries. More importantly, you absolutely do need the copies of Liael Armota and Get Whalers. I mean, if you don't have Get Whalers, you can't play this deck, right? So yeah. But then again, it's being reprinted in the Master Deckset. Woo! So just wait till January and it's gonna drop to 10 cents.
Yeah.
Right?
So in case you don't know what Liael Armota does, she's gonna come in your Master Deckset. So she's smart. So you definitely don't need to worry about having to purchase her. Just can get your Master Deckset
for 10 cents.
But her skill is that actually all her Vanguard effects actually don't really matter at this point. But in the event that you want to just play Armota before you get your Draconis, she has almost the same on attack skill, which is that when it attacks, +1, you choose one of your red cards and bind it, then you search your deck for the exact same name as the card that you bound and then you call it.
Yep.
Yeah. And then her second ability, and then her divine skill is just the same except it's just you only can write herself and it's drive -1.
Yep. So
and
it's the same but more restrictions, and this one doesn't get extra drive.
Yeah. And but you mainly play her for her Guardian Circle skill because that's the only way that you can actually like reset cards from your bind zone in the event that the game goes on for too long. Is that when she attacks, when your unit is attacked, you can put her to the Guardian Circle and from hand, and then you choose. I didn't know it doesn't need to be from hand, but
it is what you do call it from.
I mean, in the event that you
if you can pull it from drop,
you want to play hostage, it's all up to you.
It's all up to you.
And it's buy synergy in the end of the day.
Hostage Liael.
Yeah. Then you choose 2 cards from your bind zone, and then you put them to the bottom of the deck, and you discard 1. You choose one of your fated ones. You choose one of your fated 1 units, and it cannot be hit until the end of the battle. So yeah. So unfortunately, Luat, you're not a fated one, but you can still put 2 cards from your bind zone into the deck. So Draconis counts, Rezael counts, Alden sadly doesn't count because it's less one.
Oh.
No. So
I mean Alden's fine, don't worry.
So overall, she's just there as an extra perfect guard, but also she's mainly there to reset cards from your bind zone in case that after your divine skill turn you run out of gas, you don't have enough units on the board, you don't have enough units to make a proper offense. So you can put those your copies of Gabriel's back, your ready gear back, stuff like that. So it's really good. Armota is just generally very good. Keep your 10-cent places.
Don't worry guys, the Master Deckset will save us. Thus we're talking about it early. Alright, for the great tools.
No, we didn't talk about Gabriel's.
We did!
Did you not?
I mean, it's kind of understood you must play it, right? It's just your
Don't you love Bao Varina?
Oh, come on! That's what you wanted to do this segment for.
Yeah. So, Gabriel's is very simple. It's just when he's placed, so +1, if you look at the top card of the deck, you either put it at the top or bottom, and if you put it at the bottom, it gains +5. And when he attacks, if you have 4 or more damage, I love you, Brown Lesnar.
Hey!
It gains +5. And if this card was placed from the ability of your fated one's card, from the ability of your fated one, you may color +1, and you change the 5k to a 10k, and it also gets the ability. And if you have not drove check this turn, it gains a drive. It -1 drive, and you can do a drive check. So essentially, it's just you go from you go from a triple drive deck to a quad drive deck, or if you're on divine skill, you do 5 drives in 1 turn. So generally, you just try to sack your opponent out, then that's the main strategy. This guy will get reprinted as a 10 cent guy soon enough.
I love 100 yen cards, baby.
Happy days for Rezael players.
100 yen, 100 yen, 100 yen. Okay, now for the great tools.
Yeah.
So that one is playing the right deck. So
Yes.
we're not
Yeah,
gonna...
yeah, Elegenia's playing the right deck, yeah.
Yeah, and then we play 3 copies of this guy.
Yeah, so
3 copies of
same
Sequence Wizard.
Yep.
The original Miltai card. And then we have 4 copies of Regia.
Yeah, so we'll go over Ready Girl first because she's the die you must see her. No, she's like, you have to like find her in your opening mulligan because she's mainly your playmaker. So Ready Girl's skill is that when she's placed, you surplus if you have a Liael Vanguard, so sadly you don't get the new age like skill where you get to flip out the guy from your right deck.
You don't deserve that.
So when she's placed, you have a Liael Vanguard, you surplus 1, you look at top 7 cards of your deck. You choose up to 1 card with Liael or Gavilius in his card name and you reveal it, add it to your hand, and shuffle. So last time, the joke was that you top 7 find the Soul Blast from top 7 find PG. But now you can top 7 find Persona, right? Find PG or you find your best attacker. So it's really quite strong. And second beauty is that when she attacks, stop when you attack. Continuous during your turn, if you either have a Gavilius. If you have a Liael Vanguard, she gains 5. If you also have a Gavilius on your rear guard circle or in your bind zone, she gets an additional 5. So she goes from a 15k attacker to a 20k attacker. So she's the best attacker in this deck because she basically just gets the power for free.
For free?
Why this card is a double rare and not triple rare, I will never, wonders never cease. But
well, in 2026, you'll be asking yourself, why is this card common?
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true.
This should be a GR.
Okay, we'll go over the card that makes me question why is this card a triple rare and not rare. So yeah, Salivan is the newest card from DZBT11.
Yes. Yep. So that's why we're doing the video now. Okay.
Yeah. So Salivan is basically just like what Ahmed said, is like Exalted Dragon or help for Dragon Overlord.
No, this is not Harp. No, Harp is good.
So basically, Salivan's skill is that when she's put into the bind zone, from the ability of your Liael Vanguard, you Soul Blast 1 and you call herself back to a back row rear guard circle from the bind zone, and then at the end of the turn she binds herself back. So essentially she's basically just a net 0 for all of your. She's just a net 0 for all of your bind zone skills. So your act ability, your on attack skill, you can basically cheat out the cost for 1 Soul Blast and just call the Salivan back as a booster.
Which you have enough soul for, so it's fine.
You might not. There you go. It's fine.
We'll find out later.
She definitely is worth much more than Idira's just getting the draw 1 to +5.
Right.
Because this deck definitely needs as many bodies as it can, especially now that you're going to prison meta. You definitely need as many bodies as you can. Yeah. And the second ability is that if you have a you just need to have a Liael Vanguard, she gets boost.
Yep. Yeah. A grade 3 or greater Liael Vanguard.
Yeah.
Which is fine because all grade 3s are.
All the else are good trees. Yeah, so the thing is that actually this deck needed boosters quite badly, but the problem is that she just doesn't get any power. That's why she's like kind of like very very weird. It's like a weird position.
I mean, she's just a free girl.
She's a weird position of being very good and being total shit because she just doesn't get any power. She costs the most taxing resource in the entire deck. But this is exactly what the deck needed, which is a free body. Grade 2 which is a booster that can cheat out the cost of your bind skill because the Nebula Knights order already cheats out the cost of your discard. Then now you just need to cheat out the cost of bind skill.
Yeah, so it's nice.
Yeah, so Salivan is not bad.
So just play a 3 because 4 is a break.
You want to talk about most polarizing cards of all time? We have Mr. Sequence Wizard. Swinging strangle this guy for like 1 year. So Sequence Wizard is the most fraudulent card, and yet it's suddenly become the most important card in this deck now ever since Draconis came out.
You want to know something fun? This will be printed as a common.
Yes. So. But I bought it at the price of a common.
Congrats.
So Sequence Wizard, it says when he's placed, if you have a Liael Vanguard, so yeah, this deck, in case you haven't noticed, like, it basically does nothing on turn 1, turn 2.
It's grade 3 gaming!
Yeah, and you look at you color block, and it has to be placed outside of your battle phase, so it means that it's basically the same as the newer triple rares.
So it's just right on main phase.
They don't give you the extension in battle phase. Color blast 1, look at top 5, call a grade 3 or lower card from among them to regular circle and then shuffle your deck. And so it's
just a board builder.
Yeah, just building board. So actually it's quite strong, but the problem is that it costs Counter Blast. So Counter Blast is quite limited in this deck unless you play Dissection Ninja, in which you have to fork out another $70. So
I mean, if you have a spare 3,000 yen,
why not? And then
yeah, sure.
And then his second ability is that when he sees a rear guard be bound, for the ability of your Liael Vanguard, you
Give this unit
give this unit +5 and you may soul charge 1.
Nice.
So he's the main like way to gain soul in this deck besides something else that we're gonna show later. And the +5 also is much appreciated. So last time he will only gain the +10 on your divine skill turn, so it was the most like ass card of all time.
Right, but
now that he gains the +5, he can gain the +5 technically twice in one turn.
Because you bind twice.
Yeah, but the point is that he has to see a rear guard be bound. So
that means your deck zeroing
your Draconis bind from drop doesn't count, but your Draconis bind from rear counts. So that means that if you use the EB4 and the CB1 to both bind a rear guard circle, then he can get 10k.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it is quite situational, but at least you get one instance, which is not too bad.
Yeah, but mainly you're using him for the. I mean, you're actually mainly using him for the second effect. The first effect is like if you really have like no Nebula Knights order, your hand is like 10 triggers, and you use this guy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so sequence is pretty good.
It's okay. For the great ones, obviously we have
one out of his.
So let me know in the comment section below. Do you agree with Imigra? Please say no, because just be moral. 2 Elmoth.
Yeah.
We play 4 copies of our Perfect Guards, 1 Sanctitude, which is fine. Play this one just to stop prison. And 4 Cell Gown. Not sure what it does.
Wait, we're missing.
No.
I feel like we're missing one great one.
No, that's it.
What? The other pass you turn.
Oh yeah, one.
Oh yeah, Gragon. I just
one.
remember I playing one Gragon.
Why are you playing one Gragon?
Yeah, we're out of space. But actually out of space to play more Gragon. As much as I want to play Gragon, it's like we're actually out of
Just
space.
cut this one.
No, I'm not cutting Cell Gown.
Okay, so we need to talk about Elmoth and Gragon then.
Yeah.
Because those are the two that people would not know.
So if you remember from the Orden deck profile, Gragon is basically a net 0 counter, is a -1 counter charger, but it's also a 30k booster. So it's better than most of the. So actually, this was for the Liael set, so it's supposed to be Liael's counter charger.
It was originally Liael's counter charger.
Yeah, but then now like Rezael stole it, and then it got so well. Then Orden stole it, but then like now Orden can just go back to he had his own counter charger beforehand, and now all of them have been replaced by Dissection Angel. Long live Catapult.
Another 600 years.
Gragon is not bad, but you really don't have any more space to play a counter charger, so you're just using sparingly and you should be fine. You only really need to use it once
per game.
Once per game. Otherwise, after that you lose or you just don't use Cavaliers. Like honestly, the extra drive sometimes doesn't really matter.
I mean, it's just one drive. It's just like Soul Saver. That's what I was thinking of. Soul Saver Dragon.
Okay, then we go to Elmoth. So Elmoth is sort of the way that they cheated out the energy. So it's like when she's placed, if you have a Liael Vanguard, energy charge 1. And at the end of the battle that she boosts. No, actually, it's not at the battle she boosts. It's when your Liael Vanguard attacks. You put this card from your rear guard circle to soul, and you give you the player the ability that all your final rear guards gain +5. So sadly your Vanguard doesn't gain power, but it has enough pressure on its own.
So it's Platinum as well.
I love you, Exaltus. I love you, Tournament Bros.
Alright, now for our Great Zeros, last but certainly not least, we have one copy of, speaking of Ezel, here's Crimson Lion Cup Krief. He's back.
Yes.
Another 1,000 years of Blonde Ezel. Let us know in the comments if you like the Blonde Ezel. If you like Blonde Ezel.
I think we sort of glossed over it, but I think
we don't need to talk about
just play 4. Just play 4 the dog. He's forever until he's banned. Just don't question it.
I mean, you have the Nebula Knights order anyways.
Yes.
1 Eidos Farah, because extra crit's fun.
Yes.
3 on the soul front. This is necessary because this deck burns through a lot of soul.
Yes.
2 on the counter heal. This is to stop prison.
Restand.
Stop prison.
No, it stops almost everything in this meta right now. So but I think by the time we get to February, I think you should go back to the 15k.
No, this doesn't stop Feltirosa. Then we have 2 more regular heal. I have no idea who these people are. And then there's a whole bunch of crits.
Blade Feather.
I know this guy. Blade Feather.
Yes.
You do need this because this deck needs soul.
Yes.
In case you haven't realized, this deck needs soul. Okay? And that will wrap up our deck profile for Liael equals Draconis. In I can't say in DivineZ because she is a DivineZ deck.
Yes.
As you can see, this deck, in my opinion, has improved. I used to see a lot of Liael Armota players and they always whine on Twitter saying, guys, I can't do it, my deck is too difficult. But like through the sets that he has gotten, some of his recent support, I would say, yeah, I do think this deck has actually improved. By no means is this deck, like format warping or insanely strong. I don't think so. But I definitely do feel that, this deck is definitely a lot better than it used to be, which says a lot if you used to play Blonde Ezel. So yeah, I mean, this deck's price point comes from a lot of the expensive cards in the deck, which will be reprinted in the Master Deckset, which is a huge boost to people who like Erika Myojo, and there's a lot of you, I know. So realistically speaking, you can just wait for that product when it comes out at like what, 6,000 yen, and then just buy the singles for like 10 yen.
Yeah.
And then you're done. Like this deck will cost you peanuts, and all you need to pick up is this, which is
It's just this
which is this at 420 yen, this at 220 yen, and this at like 100 yen. So like the whole deck is affordable for less than 6,000 yen, and you still have extra, you know, lunch money to go play fetch. Like it's not difficult. I assure you, if you are a Liael fan, if you are a Erika fan, if you're a Hikari fan, can I say that? You can pick this up. Realistically, it is very fun. It is quite good, but of course you still lose to Prison. But you know, everyone loses to Prison, so you don't need to worry about that. Yeah, any last words from you?
I think honestly this deck is like it's just fine. It definitely felt like it was supposed to be the highlight of DZBT10, but it just basically got taken over by like a random like Brangate triple rare that they came out in a random Thursday stream. Long live Magnides.
Long live.
No, overall it's like deck is just fine. I think it's in terms of like if you want to play a very box standard Cactus Sanctuary deck,
this is it.
Yeah, this is it. Like you really cannot go any more Cactus Sanctuary for now than playing this, because as much as like clown or Rezael, like the guy is not like, because after the Selgaon restriction, like he's only gotten more expensive.
Because they keep putting more expensive triple rares into the slot to fill the problem that they created. So what do you want to do? Whereas these guys are only getting cheaper because we are getting them at 100 yen. 100 yen. You will be 100 yen. And then, you know, it's going to be all fun and games. But, you know, that's if you can wait. Right? Surely nothing bad will happen in January 12th. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Do we still have time for like an ending joke?